the saber, there's some bits on it that need to be glued.
Yeah, he told me all that stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, "Is it an issue for you?" He's like, "Bro, no. Like, you're selling it to me for $50. I'm not even gonna fucking do it." I really don't know what it is myself.
What,
It's in the office.
what kind of soda was it?
Pepper.
I think I drank it.
Try to see that.
Oh, it's magic.
So you sitting with me or you sitting with?
I don't know. He just said
That doesn't
sit
matter.
somewhere.
Yeah, you
It
sit.
says chair's already pulled out. Makes sense.
Oh, I'm so fucking stoked.
Yeah, I know, man. Like, I need to score me a trooper, man.
And they're not cheap.
That's why I haven't scored one. The only troopers I had were the Death Troopers from Disney.
Oh yeah,
I have one, but the
those
other
are okay. They're just a hair too small.
Yeah.
Especially for a Death Trooper, and they're like even taller. They're like up here.
Yeah, I know, and I'm just not very happy with it.
It's so cool, man. You should do the same kind of weathering.
I was going to. I just haven't gotten to it. I want to go back and play with him. Style him up a little better. Like even the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to
I
fix
found
that too.
someone selling the Nihilus 6 scale.
I know Calvin does one.
It's Calvin.
I don't know, some guy named Calvin.
I was like, am I supposed to know who that is? Like, yeah, it's not my buddy Calvin.
I guess I should have been a little more specific on that one.
Oh, we're talking about the Nihilus head sculpt. I was like, I found someone that had a 6 scale one. He's like, I know Calvin has one. I'm like, who's Calvin? I don't know. Just some guy named Calvin.
But no, I know. I think it was Calvin. I think that's who it is. It's the guy from that is with the Frost Company.
No idea, man. Never heard of him.
Frost? You know.
No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna
Calvin.
say. Yeah, he did one, but I wasn't a big fan of the whole wardrobe. There's too much fabric on them.
Let's get these forward a little bit. Like all the way up to the camera. There we go.
You want this in front of the sign?
Yeah, like kind of like tilt the 01. Like, yeah, like this.
Oh, okay, touche.
We just put shit all over the place.
Where's our show sheets?
I gotta get them. I gotta start with my first. You can go around the office. Look, man, I've been busting my ass while you've been sitting here and looking at me.
This is what it's like every week, dude.
Yeah, you just sit there every week. They were pushing down.
I drive all the way over here.
But
Should be ready.
Damien drove like 100 miles to be
And collectively over 34 episodes, I'm sure I've driven more than that.
You have not been on all 30.
I've missed one.
No, there's been a few. Not that you've missed, but like the bonus episode. I don't want my T-Rex on the screen.
No one cares about the T-Rex, dude. That actually looks pretty cool. Damien, get on the screen. Or can you move the camera?
Yeah, can you adjust it, please?
What do you want me to do, man?
Well, you're just not in there. People want to see your handsome face.
I appreciate it. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Also,
gonna-
make sure your phone's on silent and no vibration.
Okay. I think I'm up to par now.
My vibrate is super annoying just because I drive for a living, so I need to like know when I'm getting something.
It makes you feel better. I drive for a living. I work for Budweiser.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. Where's the?
Well, when did you post the trooper?
Well, you were moving the stuff forward.
Oh.
Dude, the audio looks really good.
What do you mean?
YouTube screen?
How do you know the audio looks good?
That's a really stupid thing to Video looks good. The audio sounds good, I guess.
Oh, I was like, what? What kind of metrics are they giving you?
The best kind. Let me get your show sheets.
Whatever else, I don't know. Yeah, I work for a garage and we do a auto repair for a Spectrum cable.
Okay.
So on their day off, instead of having to take care of their car, we do it for them. Free of charge. Well, we pick it up free, but we definitely charge them. The company, not the driver.
I was gonna
Can you
say,
imagine
how does that work?
Who got the Vader?
Which one?
The show sheet, the one I drew?
Well, fucking Manny hasn't been here in forever, so we haven't had just to send it because he needs to sign it.
I forgot who we were giving it
Over
to.
there. Dylan?
Dylan, that's right. Maybe I'll draw on this one. Okay.
Does this thing's head turn?
No, I think the jaw goes up and down.
It's just got a big old thing right there.
Oh, it's probably where they connect it.
Yeah, the mold.
Yeah.
This thing's cool. Put it next to your giant Godzilla Rex when you get it.
Oh, do you want to pull up the chat and everything? Because, what's his name was writing in? Eric?
Eric's writing in?
Yeah, on the chat. What up, Eric?
Do I have to? Eric's so annoying. Got
Mm-hmm. What's so funny?
So subtle.
Jamie didn't want to sit next to me. I'll sit front like that.
This angle looks better on me.
Why do you have to throw the chairs around?
That's how strong I am.
I think you just.
You guys want one?
I'm good on Topo Chico.
I got my brisk.
I appreciate it though. I was gonna bring beer and I forgot to bring beer.
Actually. Go out here?
Sure. I'll have to stay here for an hour.
Alright, there you
You're
go.
so fast with everything you do.
That's what I do, man.
Man,
So jacking off takes like a minute.
Shit.
you just gotta know the right amount of
Skin-
practice.
Skin,
hands in the
skin
West.
burn, man.
Hey, look what just popped up on.
See, like, look how dope that looks.
Yeah.
What happened?
That's what I was wanting to do.
How does the camera angle look? It looks pretty good, right? I think maybe it needs to go a little bit,
yeah,
this
I think
towards me?
Damien needs
Yeah.
to get in this shit.
a little bit, a smidge more.
Why don't I just scoot forward? I have room.
A little bit more.
Camera or me?
Yeah,
Camera?
camera, and then also you should scoot forward a bit.
I don't know. Now it just doesn't look symmetrical.
All right, push it back.
So demanding.
That's what I gotta do, man.
Hope no one's getting motion sickness.
Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. We are working on the technological part. Man, that camera looks dope compared to the last one we used to have.
I know. I know.
Yeah, you do know, actually.
You can actually see what the figures look like.
Ooh, burn.
Proud. I'm a proud fan for y'all.
All right.
What's your buddy's last name? Alfonso de Ramirez?
Yeah. Am I blinking here?
No,
Oh, there.
it's not blinking.
Okay. That's it.
Isn't that supposed to blink?
Huh?
Isn't that supposed to blink?
Correct. Okay. Let's do mic check. Mic check?
Mic check.
Mic check.
Dang, that was really loud.
Fuck, dude, calm down. We said be talkative, not fucking screaming.
Shit, he was telling me to scream earlier. What's a 1-1 fetus?
It's a Velociraptor 1-to-1 scale fetus keychain.
Oh, like the
It's just like a
the
little
baby
statue.
one?
Oh, it's statue. Yeah.
Oh,
I need to come down a little. I'm actually gonna offset because I feel like I was too
you
much.
just worded it wrong. Should have like 1-1
Mic
raptor
check.
fetus.
Mic check.
Mic check. Is that better?
Yeah, you gotta bring it up, Damien. Man, I'm into that.
It's like acapella. I gotta find my right tone.
Yeah. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
There we go. Yeah, if we were doing through channel, wouldn't be a problem. But because we were poor and we only have one microphone. So we always have tech issues. Usually it's in the first 6 minutes. But do y'all want to go over the show sheet or are you guys good?
I mean, it looks pretty straightforward.
Remember, for new this week, you're gonna start it off first.
What does that mean?
Usually Dean does new this week, like for the new figures that you got this week,
Oh, okay.
and then I'll go next.
So I literally just say I got this new figure.
We'll elaborate a little bit.
Sidemen over it. Touche.
Yeah, I mean, do you ever listen to the show? It's like you talk about like, oh, I got this figure.
Well, yeah, but it's like it's different
this
when
is
you're
where
like.
I got it.
It's
Yeah.
different when you're on the show and on the spot.
True,
It's like
true. That's why we have a show
everything
sheet.
just like just disappears.
No, it's fine. If you mess up, we can always recut it. It's not a big deal. All right, Dean, you ready?
Yes, sir.
And I will probably butcher this show tag. Dean, if you have the comments loaded on YouTube, do me a favor and stream it like.
don't.
Okay, well, stream it in the lowest quality possible.
Why?
Because if we're all streaming in like HD, it's gonna kill the bandwidth, and that's why it starts to slow down.
I'm not on your Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Do it. Jeez.
I have unlimited data, fool.
Oh. Yeah, kids to be, man. I can't afford unlimited data.
Hey man, I don't even have kids and can't afford that, man.
I got 4 gigs. I make that shit last.
He only has one kid here, so where's his other kids?
Bro, I have like
He also
2
never
kids.
gave me any
Do
chips.
you really have kids?
No, well, I have a dog. Dude, I'm a dog dad. There you
I
go.
was a
Dog dad.
dog dad.
Dude, I have
My
socks
dog
that
dad.
the lady made me. Had my dog
really
in
want
his
chips?
costume.
I'll give you chips. I'll give you chips if you want some.
That would be nice.
Well, I have chips right there. I need some chips.
If I use my favorite.
There's some God. Talk about peeking.
They're not Funyuns. There's Cheetos though. Oh, there's Puff Cheetos too.
Ooh, tough.
There's some big ass pretzels.
Drop them.
No. Intimidating.
A snack before we start.
Dude, I literally just ate at some burger place at the Pearl.
The
The Pearl. You know that food what it's in the Pearl area. Okay. There's a little food kind of thing you walk in and it's a bunch of different food restaurants. Yeah.
The ramen place?
I ate at the burger one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got the patty melt. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, so there's like restaurants at the Pearl. And then there's this like common area. I wouldn't really call it
You can take your
cafeteria.
food to the area.
No. It's like, it feels like a cafeteria where there's different restaurants along the wall. And you get your food, sit down.
Mhm.
And then outside it's like the park area.
Yeah, it's like truck stops or food trucks without the trucks.
Okay. Yeah.
It's one weird, I don't know how to describe it. It's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
It's on the what?
It's really like, it's very unique. I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a food court, but
Yeah,
it's
truck.
not a mall. But no trucks.
Yeah, there's no trucks.
Oh, what? Did I go?
It's a building that you can walk into, and it's like different restaurants that would be a food truck, but it's not. It's like a little
Kind of like a flea market of food, maybe.
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah, like I said, like a food court in a mall, but there's no mall.
This is amazing.
It's really well done.
That's pretty cool. It's a good pose too.
Yeah, I know. Sucks someone put him back in the suitcase and forget how he looks posed.
Oh, you got the picture, bro?
He's on video. Just watch the video.
You know, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words.
That's
That's what they say. That's what I've heard.
who
Who's they?
says that?
Confucius. calm down.
I know.
Real amped. I'm
Like
so
you're-
excited because we have not recorded in person for like 2 weeks.
I know.
So I'm really excited because I got the new webcam, we got the light going. Like,
Did y'all record? Y'all recorded in person last week?
no, we were on Skype.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
gonna go
Were y'all?
Hangouts.
I was there.
What the fuck? I thought y'all were.
It sounded good, doesn't it? Didn't it?
Yeah, I like the Skype videos, dude. Those are pretty dope.
Yeah, it was Google Hangouts.
The only thing
So
was
we were
like
all
every
in our
time
house.
Dean was like pouring or like if someone
Tea.
coughed, it would switch to them automatically. And then the
Dude,
first
Dean-
5 minutes I had to call you out, dude. I was like, man, you going to the fucking movies? Like, goddamn.
Dude, Dean's camera was just fucking hilarious. It looked like he was like a midget trying to like look into the camera, and they were just like way the fuck up here.
I guess I'm like super self-conscious, so I didn't just want my fat face in the
It
camera.
was hilarious.
So I was like, I'm just gonna keep it down here, and then that way you can see all my toys and stuff.
Like I was re-listening to that podcast, and all I could picture was fucking Dean's camera. I was like, oh, shit.
Anthony says that's one sexy Darth Nihilus figure.
Thanks, man.
Nice. So that'll be the custom corner is these two. You'll talk about them.
Okay.
Primarily.
Primarily.
All right, guys, bear with us. We're going to start. I'm so excited for you to watch Shin Godzilla.
You have a phone charger handy or no?
I don't. What do you have?
I'm at 34%, but
Give me that.
Yeah, you have an iPhone. Those things last forever.
this is an iPhone 6, so it's like 4 years old.
Are you ready? Will you have your keychain with you?
You gotta put on my keys.
Oh, okay, we show it to the camera.
No, these are my keys. What do they get?
Okay, well, you've
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
at it and you've assessed its quality. is what
It's
I'm saying.
beautiful.
Okay, you ready? Hey,
What
guys.
are you asking?
Well, because we're going to talk about it. I'm asking, like, did you actually take a look
Oh,
at
yeah.
it?
Yeah, dude, those things are dope.
God damn it. I was really amped to start it. And
We always take like 3 turns to start.
I'm sure he knows who else watches.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, guys. My name is Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Damien.
Welcome to this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. It's the weekly podcast where my friends and I talk about the things that matter most to us this week in collecting. We want to thank our friends over at Watto's Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. They make 3D printed parts for hard-to-come-by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles. Check them out on Facebook. It is Watto's Scrapyard. They also have an eBay store, and you can complete the vehicles in your collection today. If you make a purchase through their Facebook, tell them that we sent you, and you will get 25% off your complete order through Facebook.
Hey.
It's a crazy.
25%, that's a lot.
Yeah, no, I
it's-
need to get on there and order some Falcon.
Yeah, dude.
It is
legs,
a substantial discount. So, Dean, last week we were not in person, and now we're here.
Right.
So the keychain is beautiful, isn't it?
Dude,
Sean made it?
it's so cool. The gold is like, it's so pretty.
I know.
Because like this one is just yellow and it stands out. It's really nice. But this like, it's got
It's like 18 karat. Like,
it's
wow.
got some nice sheen to it. If you look at it at different angles.
I'm very, very impressed.
Me gusta.
So I'm sure Sean can make more. If you want a Collecting Weekly keychain with your name on it, hit up Watto's Scrapyard. I'm sure they can make more. We will give them licensing rights for the keychain design.
Yeah, at a premium, but
We will take a large,
25% off.
yeah, 25% off it. He gets the rights to make keychains. So I wanted to shout out Inglewood, California. I think that might be Eric that's listening in Inglewood. I'm not 100% sure, but they are blowing up
I
our
thought he was-
SoundCloud stats.
I thought he was
He's
a
in
comp.
Sun Valley, right? But they have been blowing up our
Crenshaw.
SoundCloud, Crenshaw Boulevard,
Yeah.
blowing up it, and we love it. So if you're in Inglewood, California, Inglewood, what's good? Send me an email. I'd love to send you a sticker for the love.
Yeah.
Zach at collectingweekly.com. We also have a care package that we're going to be sending out in the
Yes.
next few weeks to Ian, our listener from Sutton. So
Yeah.
us three, we're all native Texans. And I think it's important to spread the love. So Ian chimes in every week on the question of the week, always active on auxiliary. And the saddest thing, he posted a picture of on Ox of a Tasty Tacos pack.
Oh.
And as far as I'm concerned, Tasty Tacos, it never comes in a pack. So I'm gonna send him some Whataburger, some spicy ketchup,
some masala.
some I don't know what to send that, but some Fiesta fajita seasoning. Here's some a really nice care package. Seth said he's gonna
Dude,
buy.
I'm gonna get him some Chamoy gummy bears.
Dude, yes. Seth said he's gonna buy him the How to Be a Texan book. There's actually a book on that, and we're gonna send it over. And Ian said he's gonna send us back some cool
Ooh,
things.
Dude,
So
could you imagine Ian saying howdy, y'all?
And we need to get a video of that on Ox immediately.
Yeah.
Minutes after this podcast, I need to see the video. But yeah, so it's gonna be really cool. So we're doing a little cultural thing, and because we are an international podcast, it's important that we spread
We
the
can say
language. We spread language where we go. So the Sutton phrase of the week is Heath Robinson.
Heath Robinson.
And that is an adjective to describe a noun, person, place, or thing. And throughout the show, if you guys want to take a stab at what it means for something to be a Heath Robinson, please feel free. Don't spam it though. We don't need it every other sentence.
I can't even guess what that is.
Saying.
Dean, you have in hand your Sebastian Shaw head sculpt.
Yeah, he's over there.
You have sculpt number 01.
Yes.
Which you requested specifically.
Yeah.
And it's funny when you do a run of things, like I just assume like people just get whatever, but people were very particular about what numbers they got. Like,
I almost wanted number 3, but I was like, no, it's like. Oh.
yeah, and I initially wanted 1, but you were really wanting number 1. So
Yeah, because you had 00.
yeah,
That's
so I
not
have
fair.
the prototype, which is the 3D printed, and then the 01 starts the resin cast. And I have number 11. So I have technically the first of the run and then the last of the run. You have the first official of the run. You have number 10, Damien. So that's really cool for you. What do you guys think about?
Black.
Ooh.
Yeah, so to explain the color, because everyone's asking, we got these really cheap, cast and shipped. So these were made using resin that was left over from other molds that he was casting. So some of them are gold because he's been working on a Mark 50 prototype. Some of them are black because he normally casts in black. Some of them are white, just depending on what he's working on.
Yeah, mine's white, and then the bottom is gold.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of a texture effect there, but they look great. They came out really good.
It's beautiful.
I've shipped all of them pretty much. I just got to give Manny his, and then Seth and Sean, they commissioned my wife to paint the head sculpt. So,
Nice.
so that is going to be very cool to see. On our YouTube channel, we hit 75 subs, which is a pretty big deal.
That's pretty dope.
We
Yeah.
also on Thursday I have some new lights coming in. I'm redoing my office, so I'm gonna do like an office tour once everything's done,
Cool.
and I'm gonna do a video on how to install some puck style lighting into my new display area, which we'll talk about a little later because I don't want to spoil it just yet. But I'm very excited about that. Dean, do you have any videos that you're thinking of making for the channel? I know you've said for a while you wanted to do a collection tour of your own.
Yeah. Maybe just that, but I don't know. There's some figures I need to get in and out. And,
Yeah, maybe some more custom stuff. We can show off your Ron Swanson, maybe.
yeah, I still haven't
Custom
actually
corner.
officially
Finished it?
posted it anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, just I don't know why.
Are you scared?
No, I don't know. It's so cool. Just keep it to myself.
Because then other people are going to copy you.
Right, which happened before the Fishman Burt Macklin. Remember?
I do recall.
I was
definitely
I was trying to
recall.
source parts for my Burt Mac. Do you watch Parks and Rec?
Yes.
Okay, he wears an FBI jacket, and like it's just impossible to find in 6 scale. And so I put some feelers out, and people were actually like screenshotting my post and like reposting it. Like, where can I get this? I was like, what the?
Damn.
Give
the hell?
credit where credit's due.
Yeah, like
Damn.
Let's just say it, we inspired generations.
yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
But so far, I haven't seen anybody else with a finished Burt Macklin. By the way,
Except for you.
except for me.
Yeah, yours is really good.
Dude, we got the guitar, the
Karate
guitar
outfit.
case, the names. We printed out these itty bitty little.
Yeah, like a show sheet. You know, like when you go to a concert, they have the songs in order.
Yeah.
We printed it out, and we used this font that looked like it was handwritten, and then I printed it on a design that was like crumpled paper, and then crumpled the actual paper, and we had to like scratch it out. So it's like anything rhymes with nothing rhymes with
It's
orange.
all the
scratched out.
band names that he goes over in the show.
Damn,
Yeah.
I went all out.
But it's like something no one would ever see unless you're looking at it and like really paying attention.
Yeah,
And then we put in some of our own, like Gail got my Vader, like from like little throwbacks to the inside jokes
other
of the
episodes. Yeah,
show.
and then on the actual guitar case, we printed out stickers from the show,
like Tom's Buy
instead of
stickers at Tom's Bistro.
Damn.
Like the
the H2 Flow.
recall nope
No.
or don't recall nope.
Yeah, dude, it's so
Yeah,
cool.
I have to see this. 'Cause
Yeah, we need to shoot a
You
video.
really need to see it in person because it's just.
Yeah,
And then right next to him, we have the Ron Swanson that we
the
did.
saxophone.
And I had bought a 6-scale saxophone. We have a pair of shoes that was extra.
that we
Yeah, we-
hand painted red real sloppily, like they did on a show
Yeah,
with
yeah,
little
yeah.
girls.
And then we printed out a what's the 6-scale version of the Ron Swanson pyramid.
Yeah, so
And
it's
so,
on
like,
cardboard.
I have them both in the shelf, and it looks like a DX collection.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
So the next thing we need to do is design you a DX box and then tape it on like a
Ooh.
shoebox. That'd be pretty fun.
That'd be cool.
So our bracket is doing very well. We had 60 people
Dude,
vote in the
good.
Sweet 16.
It's
So,
good.
so let's talk about the Western Conference. So we got DX Joker 2.0, DX11 versus Thanos, which is a pretty cool matchup.
Yeah.
Anakin lost and Christopher Reeve Superman lost. DX07 Luke versus Yondu.
Oof.
Really, really good
Yeah.
matchup. And in the Eastern Conference, we have DX15 Jack Sparrow versus Civil War Iron Man.
It's so hard to compete with the Iron Mans. Whenever they come up, I'm just like,
Well, it's
shit.
there was 2 eliminated last round.
Yeah.
And then last but not least is MMS 285 Hulkbuster versus Tech Suit Spider-Man, which Spider-Man is frankly a Cinderella at this point. He beat DX13 Terminator and Mark 6
It's
diecast.
such a beautiful figure.
But when you pose it,
I mean, that's the only downfall. But I mean,
that's a huge downfall.
you
Yeah.
can't pose a Hulkbuster either. It's too big.
True.
And just like all like the tailoring of the jacket and the hoodie, and it comes with headphones, the face sculpt, like
Yeah, and
it's that figure is second to almost none.
Well, we'll see.
Objectively.
It could be second to something on the
Hulkbuster,
Western
yeah.
Conference, but yeah, so it's going really well. I
Yeah.
think at this round we have 40 people so far that have put in the Elite 8 round, and we'll be doing we'll be discussing the results of this round next podcast. Actually, there's 45 people that have put in so far, so pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
And what we did was, Damien, at the beginning of the contest, we had everyone pick a figure they thought was going to win. And if your figure is the one that wins, if there's 3 other people, we'll do a drawing, and one of those people will win a $25 gift card to Sideshow.
I lost
So
already.
at this point, a lot of people are still in it. Actually, most of the people are still in it. So,
Mine, I think I picked Anakin.
yeah, I picked Mark 6 diecast. Damien, did you pick one, or
I don't remember who I picked. I know I picked somebody.
I won't put you on the spot? But
Yeah, I was like,
let me know.
I know I picked somebody. I just don't remember who I picked now.
So it's time for our first segment to kick off the show. And Dean, you're actually going to pass it off because you got a pretty lengthy week. So
Yeah.
please introduce us.
It's new this week.
No, we got to do it again. Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, you got to count. Okay,
All right.
1, 2, 3.
New this week.
Yeah.
All right.
So just any new figures that you got this week.
So
Damien, what you got?
so this week I happen to have scored an Assault of Interest from Raynor,
Rainer.
which
Yeah,
I'm pretty
text him right now.
pretty stoked about. It's definitely one of
It
the
was a good
ones-
deal.
Yeah, no crap, man.
What did you
Fucking
pay for it?
$50, man.
Damn. I
That's
wish I would
pretty-
have known he was selling for $50. I bought it.
Dude, as soon as I found out
It'd
he
be cool
was,
next to Anakin. You have an
It
Anakin?
would be really cool.
I don't have an Anakin.
Oh, you need to get an Anakin.
Dude.
He's actually not too expensive anymore.
Yeah, you picked one for like 180.
Yeah, I'm looking. I've been
190 for the
looking.
regular.
I've been looking into one, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I'm actually. I think after her, the next figure that I'm probably gonna buy is Count Dooku when he comes out.
Hey,
But-
that would actually be really cool too on the shelf. With
I know. That's why I'm just like. That's why I'm extremely excited for her because I'm on the verge. Like I'm looking into a Dooku now, so it's
So
like.
the one you got from Zach, was it the exclusive?
No.
Still $50. Can't.
Yeah,
complain.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not even.
Yeah.
She looks amazing. So
I
I'm
also gave
very-
you some Thrawn parts.
Dude,
um,
yes.
Yep, I gave you a shirt and
Some pants.
and a rank bar that I painted. So
Go
go
You're on
forth.
your way, man.
No crap. I came up here and got a bunch of gifts.
Yeah,
Like,
so Damien
dang.
actually drove like 1,000 miles to be here. Literally, Texas is massive. So how many miles is it from where you live to here?
87.
Oh, fucker, I thought it was like 300 miles. Okay, so forget about
Where do you
what
think
was
I
like. No, I'm just
lived?
kidding. I don't know. I
I
thought you
live
lived
in
really far.
Austin.
I don't
Austin's
live in
like
the
60
Panhandle.
miles.
I thought you lived like in Waco or something.
Nah, man, I live in
No,
Thorndale.
I'm just kidding. We appreciate it. 80 miles, 160 miles round trip is nothing to
Well,
sneeze at. And we
I think it's
appreciate it.
like maybe it is 100 miles because I left from work, which is in Maine or Austin,
Yeah.
and it's 87 miles from there.
Well, at any rate, you drove.
Yeah, I drove
distance.
kind of
So
a
Damien,
distance.
if you're listening, is actually in person. He's actually in the studio live with the Collecting Weekly crew. Manny had some stuff to do, and Jesse is under the weather this week, so we wish.
Shout out Jesse. Shout out
We
Manny.
hope that they can come back next episode.
Yeah.
Shout out Rainer.
Kind of miss and all these people. Seth who wants to come on again in the near future.
Yeah.
So for me this week, I didn't pick up that many figures. I'm rearranging my office, and so I picked up a 4x4 cube cabinet
Yeah.
for Rexy.
So those
I
are
need-
cool. How much was that?
$43.
I need 2 of those.
Yeah, and I was actually really excited because the ones that I had seen before were like the outer perimeter is like really
Yeah,
thick, and then the inner perimeter is also
It's
really
thin.
thick. But
Oh.
yeah, this one it's thin on the middle. Like the T is thin, and it's really sturdy. So I think it's gonna have no problem holding up the Rex statue. I think it comes in at like 28 pounds.
How heavy is that Rex?
28 pounds.
Oh, you just said. That was the.
Oh no!
the
Yeah,
cube,
so
the keyboard.
so I'm gonna put that there, and then I also rearranged. My wife has an art desk, and I've always wanted an L-shaped desk, but I have like a desk that's like a nice finished desk, and then like your art space is gonna be a mess. And so if I get an L-shaped desk, I'm still gonna have to deal with covering the portion that's for art. So I was like, well, I'll just put the desk and make like a ghetto L-shaped desk, but it ends up working really nice because like when I paint and everything, it's just a mess. It's like shit everywhere.
Right.
And so I have like my computer desk, I can swivel to the right, and I got my wife's art desk, and then she can do her sketches, and then also do work stuff on the
Or you
computer.
just got a glass L desk.
Yeah, they're pretty
A
cheap.
glass L desk?
Yeah, I have one.
Oh, I don't. That doesn't sound safe. That does not sound safe.
Well, I mean, it sits on like it's got little suction things that are attached to the brackets, and
Uh-huh.
it's the glass sits on top of that,
Uh-huh.
and like it doesn't move. Like you can't. pick it
Yeah,
up
I
easily.
don't like glass stuff, like because I do a lot of like model kits and
He's
like,
a glove
razor blade
for
stuff,
punishment.
so I don't want to scratch the glass with the
Oh, okay,
X-Acto
yeah.
knife.
So I would say it's like those TV stands that are like made that have like that plexiglass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just like
okay.
that.
Yeah, I
Which is
mean,
clear.
that's not a bad idea, but I didn't want to really buy that much furniture because now I have a full wall that's like 60 inches that I can put more of those cube shelving units.
Yeah,
So
yeah, for
I'm
sure.
going to get an 8 or 9 cube setup, and I removed one of the shelves that's on my office. You guys have probably seen it on Ox, but I have like where the CW logo is, and then I have my Godzilla statues, and there was another one below that. And it was too low, like you couldn't sit there or anything like that, and it kind of ruined like 5 feet almost of display
Yeah.
area. Remove one of those shelves, patch the wall, and I'm either gonna put those cube shelves there or like a couch. I think leaning towards the cubes though, but I'm really excited. Like I realized this week that I was really wasting a lot of space in my office. So Damien, you saw my office for the first time, and I have my big case that's kind of like cattywampus in the corner.
Yeah.
It used to be flat up against that wall, and that whole wall, because the desk was on the far side of the wall, so basically it's like 2 big rectangles parallel across from each other, and like that whole 10-foot wall you couldn't display anything on. So now that I moved everything, now I have 10 feet basically to play with, and it's really fun. So I'm really excited about that. And my wife, to this point, has given me the green light. And like I said, when I do light that cube, it's going to be really neat because I'm going to take a video. And the company, Dean, that makes these puck lights, they're cool white, which is a big deal for me. I hate warm white. It's the same company that makes my lighting already.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
like I'll stay within the same brand. And Damien, you've seen my cabinet for the first time today. What did you think? You were pretty impressed.
Yeah, like for sure, like those.
Let him answer it.
For some reason, like the figures look a lot bigger. I don't know why, but I don't know. Like your lights in there made it look like there was still like glass in front, even after you open the cabinet.
Yeah.
But man, dude, that freaking Java, dude, that thing's huge. It's massive.
It is frighteningly large. I
Yeah.
was gonna get the Billy bookcase, which is like 12 inches deep.
Yeah.
Once I got Java, I was like, well, I need a 15-inch plus deep case. And the crazy part is that the new Sideshow Java is bigger than the one that I have by a
Jesus.
small amount, but it's when you put them next to each other, you can definitely tell.
Man, that's insane.
Yeah, it is quite the case though. I love it though, and like we mentioned, I think it was last episode or the episode before. I essentially got it for free, so
Yeah,
can't beat that at Walmart.
I don't blame you there, man. That's a pretty good deal
could
there.
Could not beat that. Dean, you obviously had a busy week, so let's hear what you got.
Yeah, so I've first pick up a New Hope Stormtrooper from you
Yes, and
that you just got.
Yeah, so I just got this trooper and I love it, but as part of buying this massive $650 T-Rex statue, sacrifices had to be made. And this was the one figure that I really like, but it's certainly one that I could live without because this is the New Hope Trooper, and I need an ESP Trooper to go with my ESP Vader. You know what I mean? So I paid a certain amount. I'm selling it to you for that amount. So,
Yeah.
you know.
And I've always wanted a second trooper, and all my figures are A New Hope except for my Boba Fett and my 2 Lukes.
Yep. Yeah, so it's a win-win situation. And at the end of the show, we'll talk about the Fund the Rex update. So every episode, we'll talk about the Fund the Rex update.
Yeah.
I want you guys to be a part of my journey to grill this. But anyways, you got the New Hope Trooper for me.
Yeah, and then I was just on our page, 16 San Antonio, and our good buddy Mike commented on my Iron Man picture, the one that I won.
Yeah.
I had set it up in my DTOF and I put my Mark 6 in there, and then the Tony Stark wrench it on the.
Which is an amazing pose.
Yeah, and he was like, "Hey, I'll trade you 2 figures for your Mark 6," and I was like,
And then I think you'd messaged me right away, and you were thinking like, because he gave you a list, and he's like, pick any 2.
"Yeah," and I was like, I don't know the Mark. He was like the Mark 45, and then any of these other figures. It was like Falcon, Ant-Man.
Some good figures.
What's his name?
His name was like Loki, maybe one of the Lokis.
No, the Punisher.
It's Daredevil too, right?
Yeah, and just some other stuff. And I was like, well, like, I don't like the Falcon enough. The Ant-Man would have been cool if it was Civil War.
Uh-huh.
I just like that suit better.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, no, man, like, I really like the Mark 6. Like,
It's a beautiful suit.
the Mark 45 is a beautiful suit, but I don't like it enough to just trade it. I was like, but he was dead set. He's like, I'll over trade. I'll trade you any 2 figures. And I was like, I'll trade you 1 figure if you trade me the 46. Because I really like the 46.
Yeah, so at this point you're saying a 46 of his for a 6
So
of
the Mark
yours.
6.
Okay.
They're about
About the
value.
same value, yeah.
Um,
550 to 650,
to 6,
depending on the condition.
And he's like, no, I have the War Machine Mark III next to it, and then the Mark 47 behind it.
And just for context, this trade's going on with Mike from the listener special, the guy that bought the tumbler.
Yeah,
Just so the listeners know.
because he balls out.
Yeah, he balls out. So.
And I was like, damn, like this dude's really, like he really wants his figure.
Uh-huh.
And he offered me some other stuff, and I ended up having it already. And I was
It's
like,
like some Shoto Dragon Ball Z stuff.
Yeah. And I was like, no. He's like, I'll give you the Mark 45 and the Mark 43.
Which is the Age of Ultron.
Both
red
of the
version
Age of
the
Ultron
Prodigal Son.
suits.
Yeah.
And they're both die cast. And I was like, that's
Fucking can't be that.
That's a pretty good trade. 2 die-cast suits for 1. And
when you
I
messaged-
love the 42.
Yeah.
So the 43 is the exact same suit, just
But
red.
it makes a lot of sense for your display to have the 42 test armor suit version and then the 43 on the pylon.
Right.
Like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. And so I was like, I literally can't beat that. It's like, yeah, come over. So he came over
It was
yesterday. And we did the trade and we hung out. He checked out my collection. You know, that takes all day.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I got the 43 and the 45. And
The
dude,
45 is
the
incredible.
45 is so beautiful. And I was watching a ton of reviews. I rewatched a movie to like pump myself up about the suit.
I always do that, dude. I always do
And
that.
I was like, okay, like I'm pretty excited. Like it's a cool suit. And then I opened the box. I was like, oh shit! Like,
It's a huge figure.
this is a beautiful. It's a work of art.
Yeah, I think aesthetically, my favorite suit in the MCU is the 46 because like Civil War is like my favorite, one of my favorite MCU films.
Yeah.
The Mark III is my favorite suit, but the figure is not that good. But the 45 aesthetically, beautiful.
Yeah, it's a lot
Beautiful.
more like
It's bulky.
muscular.
Yeah, the way
it's organic.
Yeah, because you were asking what the differences were, and I was like, the best way I can describe it is like the 45 is like a heavyweight boxer, and the 46 is like a sprinter. Like they're both built, but it's like you could tell the 46 is a really slim down suit, and the 45 is like bulky, is beefy.
Yeah, which I like.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the Mark 6 so much, because it was like
Yeah, it's an opposing suit.
my only complaint is the articulation is trash.
On the 45?
Yes. His arm only goes up like
I don't
30 degrees.
recall that.
Unless
I'm not
doing
doubting
something
you.
wrong.
No, I think that if I remember correctly, the arm it double joints out.
Oh, does
like
it?
at the bicep.
Oh,
And then
okay.
and then it curls.
Oh, I'm too scared of that kind of.
No, yeah, I'm almost certain. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure I have the exact
I
same
didn't go
reaction.
through the booklet,
Yeah,
but
and then also at the
yeah,
it clicks up at the waist.
yeah, and then the legs fold down.
Yeah.
But then I got him, kind of put, and then I was like, I can't do anything with the arms.
No. Yeah, you got to click out the bicep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's so bulky that you need to be able to click it out, otherwise it's gonna
But
rub.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I adore that.
The only thing I like better, because the 40, when the movie first came out, Civil War, I thought it was the same suit.
Yeah, it's
They
like the
both have
brackers
the
a little different.
same kind of rib area.
Yeah,
The 46 just has lights.
yeah, throughout.
But the 45, the only thing I like more about the 46 is the chest.
Yeah, the
It
40, I
kinda
like the shape of the
comes
chest.
over
Yeah.
the arc back.
It
Yeah,
looks dope.
it's really cool. Also, it comes with a head sculpt, and this one doesn't, which makes sense. You never see him.
Yeah,
He kind of just shows up with the suit, and then
Yeah.
the movie ends.
Yeah,
But I have an extra sculpt. It works pretty well.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm super happy with the trade, and
It's a win-win.
Yeah,
it's a win-win.
yeah, he's trying to track down all original
was some like
7
seven.
suits.
Yeah.
So I think he told me he has the 2, the 4, now the 6, and I think
The
the
seven's on
only
pre-order.
one he needs is the 5. So if you
That
have,
one's expensive.
yeah, he's
That
like,
fucker's expensive.
yeah, he's like, I might have to trade my 46 for it, but he's like, I probably won't. But if you have a Mark 5 and you're trying to
Diecast.
sell it, diecast,
Diecast.
hit up Mike. Was it Garcia?
Mike Garcia, just hit up Dean. Dean will forward you because
Yeah.
we have people all over the listen. So
Yeah, help our buddy out.
help Mike out, help the baller out.
Yeah, I think he just needs the Mark 1 and the Mark 5 and like the 3.
So for pre-order this week, not a lot has gone on. It's been kind of a really slow week.
Yeah.
Rebor announced that they're doing a 1-to-1 scale Rex and Velociraptor fetus, which I'm not sure because they've done one. It was like a hybrid dinosaur, but it was like in an acrylic egg. Yeah, and it had like a little light up base. And so
Oh, that's
like,
kinda cool.
That's
But
kinda- that is
their pre-order pics, it's not for pre-order yet, but their production like renderings, it looked like just the dinosaur. So I don't know if it's just going to be like a fetus like in open air. Either way, they look really cool. I think I'm going to get both. I love like things like that, like just kind of oddity stuff that you can put on a desk and you can spark a conversation for. That's really cool. Dean, we saw something on eBay that we thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how legit this is.
So yeah, take this with a grain of salt, but Hasbro Pulse has an eBay store which was started like 2 weeks ago, and their only listing is a 1 quantity of the sail barge. It already has like, I think it's like almost 1,000 people watching it. It's like a ton of people that are watching this listing, and you can't order it until March 31st.
No,
which is
April 1st.
April 1st. Yeah, April 1st. And I think it's kind of an elaborate joke.
That sounds
someone's
like
doing.
that sounds like an April Fool's joke. for
But Hasbro has confirmed that the barge will be available on eBay for international customers. And I'm not really sure how you restrict an item just to one region. I'm not really that versed on eBay. I'm sure others can probably tell me I'm wrong, but it's up there. A lot of these outlets that deal with toys are sharing it so people can watch it when it does come in stock. I'm kind of hesitant, but Dean, if when it goes live, if you're able to get one, do you think you'll get it, or do you want to? I mean, because you got eBay and PayPal protection. That's pretty good protection there. And Hasbro has said, like I said, they're going to put it on eBay. It's just odd that they wouldn't use their own store. They'd go with Pulse. And although in theory, Pulse is like an actual subsidiary of Hasbro.
Yeah.
So what do you think, man?
I don't know, man. It's
a lot of money.
Kind of risky.
It's a lot of money. Risk reward. Some people that have multiple barges are complaining that this is going to kill the market on theirs. And
That's what they got.
Right.
I don't feel that bad.
Damien, what do you think about it?
I don't know, like spending that much money on eBay in general just doesn't feel right, to be honest. And then
Yeah.
with it being released on April 1st, like you said, it just something about it just feels a little fishy for sure.
Yeah, it feels like an elaborate,
Yeah.
punked almost kind of deal.
Yeah, it feels like a troll there for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not interested in it either way, but it is something that kind of piqued my
It's kind of
interest. And I
distracting
thought
about his
I'd
interest.
let our listeners know if they want to take the risk. We are not responsible if we're not held
What did
liable.
they happen?
Black Series Grievous Dean has come out and it's already being scalped. Tell me
Yes.
Tell me about it.
That's insane.
Someone was saying that they're gonna get it at a local comic book shop here, and they're pricing it at $100.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's a $30 figure, or 35 or some shit.
Yeah, but remember when they released Revan, and
Yeah.
they were scalping him like $70, $80, and now you can score him for $20 or less.
I think it's
Well,
just one of
that's
those things that
because-
Hasbro is going to solid case back.
Yeah, that's because
Hasbro released like solid cases of just Revan.
of just Revan.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying in general, like people were trying to scalp Revan when
Is
he
that a
came
pun?
out.
In
Maybe.
general? Clever. Ah, shit. Okay, hang on. Let me see where we're at. Okay, so I'm going to start the pun. Was that a pun? In general?
It wasn't meant
Wasn't
to
intended?
be. Yeah, it just
I was
kinda-
like, damn, Damien is clever as fuck. He threw that shit in there effortlessly. I'm a dad, so when I do puns, it's like really obvious.
just like blows your mind.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so that's it. Like, it's been a really slow week for releases. The Katana Sail Barge came out last week, and Grievous this week.
Well, I was gonna say you can still pre-order, and I don't have any personal experience with this yet, but you can still pre-order him at GameStop.
Mhm.
Rainer and I went to a GameStop the other day. Like, hey, is this still available? Like, yep. We pre-ordered 2.
Really?
Put the whatever, like $10 down, and they're like, it comes out on like the 29th, so we'll get it like next week, I guess.
So there's still a bunch of toy websites that you can pre-order.
Yeah, because he's not a store. He's not an in-store figure.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
an online exclusive. So if your store can get them online,
Is it a GameStop exclusive?
No,
Oh,
it's
it's just
an
a.
online exclusive.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
that's
you can
odd.
get it off Big Bag Toy Store too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if like your retailer can order online from, I guess, Hasbro directly, or
Yeah, distribution.
yeah,
Like Kim can probably
then
order it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I kept seeing Grievous Black Series exclusive. I was like, what exclusive is it? Target, Walmart,
Yeah.
GameStop, like which one? And like I couldn't get a definitive answer. And someone was finally like, no, it's online.
Yeah, see, and I thought it was a GameStop exclusive too. Whenever they first released it, it was like, yeah, you can you can pre-order it on GameStop. I'm like, well, first off, why would I want to pre-order anything off GameStop if it wasn't like a game itself? So
Right.
Manny's watching on the live chat. And he's like, "Yo, I just pre-ordered the Grievous right now because of what y'all said. So
Hell
good
yeah.
for you, Manny."
Yeah.
Yeah, Manny. Can,
Yeah, dude, fuck scalpers. And GameStop, their markup is only like $2 or $3.
Mhm.
And I was like, and I guaranteed to get it. Like, sign
It's a
me up.
no-brainer. Yeah, it's $3 in gas going to.
And I've pre-ordered figure arts from them. That doesn't come out until like April.
Mhm.
And then I think that's it on my GameStop pre-orders.
Mhm.
Again, I don't have any personal experience with them yet, except for
I've heard pretty good reports. The only thing is, like, if it's after the release date, if they don't call you, you should call them. Because I've seen some people say, like, oh, it's like release date was 2 days ago and they sold my figure.
yeah.
Which is
I've
really
seen
not, because
that.
I've had that happen with video games twice. Like, I pre-order a game and I'm like a dad, so like I'm not really that into games. And like I'll miss a release date and I'll call them like, yo, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, we sold your copy.
yeah, I've known that to
I'm
happen.
like, motherfuckers, like, I'm not gonna go to the midnight release for.
Yeah,
this
when I pre-ordered Bloodborne when it came out, they hadn't called me the day
Yeah.
it released, and I called them. I was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" And they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, it came out. If you want to come get it," it's like, obviously that's why I pre-ordered
Obviously,
it.
it's fine.
Yeah, like common sense.
Yeah. Oh, man. So pre-order and make sure you call in. I want to talk a little bit about Iron Studios 110 scale line. I know obviously this is the line that is the T-Rex and what the fuck? Stop again. Let me save it. Let me see where we're at. Good thing I can cache it right.
Next one.
I actually love Spawn, dude. The only reason I bought Injustice 2 is because they said Spawn was gonna be on it.
Was he in it?
No,
What
Wait,
the
hang on,
fuck?
hang on.
you.
So Let me listen to this. I just need to see where we're at. Okay. So I wanted to talk a little bit about Iron Studios' 110 scale line. It's the line where the T-Rex is coming from. And man, they have some really cool figures there. They got a 89 Batman, which looks really awesome. It's like $100. They have a deluxe 110 scale Gandalf, which at this point I'm tempted because fucking the 6 scale Gandalf Slim is from Asmus is taken 3 different Raptors in one.
That's cool.
Have like they said they're gonna make a Miles Morales in their 110 scale line, which is like really really exciting. I'm hoping it's not like a stupid pose. I just really want like a cool Miles Morales in my collection, and I'm annoyed that I have yet to been able to get one. I actually the DVD came out today. The Blu-ray came out today, I think, right?
Was it today?
Yeah, it was today. And at
I
Walmart,
thought it was like last week.
I don't know. I'm old, but anyways, it came out, and I saw the pack with the Miles figure in it, and I thought the figure was 6-inch scale, and it's 3 3/4 scale,
Yeah,
and
it's
it's
tiny.
tiny. I
Yeah.
was so pissed, but I was glad because I was gonna order it and use the head for my Marvel Legends Miles.
That's just like with Venom. When if you go to Walmart, there's Venom.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he's just tiny. It's like, why even spend the extra money?
Yeah, I was really.
Yeah, because it's a lot of extra money. Too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Isn't it like another like $20 or something?
yeah, it was like $40.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they had it priced wrong at my Walmart. It was like
Well,
$28.
the Venom one was like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it
don't
came
know.
in like that little. It came in like a cardboard box.
Yeah, that's how this one was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
maybe they
like
just
$40.
priced it wrong. You want to buy my digital code, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It's 4K, so $500 for everything.
Right.
Fund the racks. So yeah, we'll figure.
Pay for the whole game.
Fund the racks. Man, that's good stuff. Yeah, they just have cool figures. Like the price point is so good. It's like $100. You get a Polystone statue of a character. I am on the wait list with Chronicle for the female Rex and the attack pose at the end, and then also the 110 scale John Hammond. We talked about it several podcasts ago, and I was going to pre-order it this week. Sold out. Totally didn't
Damn.
realize that was a thing. And it's not that it's sold out, as in like they sold their quantity, but Chronicle as their distributor has like a month to submit their order.
Okay.
And so the pre-order period closed on March 1st. And like a dummy, I didn't pre-order it. So the lady, Heather, is super nice. She's like, you're actually the first person on the wait list, so like you probably will get one.
So you're right on.
So I'm really excited because there's not a lot of good John Hammond stuff. And speaking of John Hammond, I know you guys were in my office today. I opened up the Funko Pop with John Hammond, and it's the first pop I've opened up, I think, ever. It's pretty impressive. I like it. It's got the watch. It's got the little stick.
Those
sticker.
glasses, man.
The glasses.
Those glasses are on a new level.
Oh man, that's so cool. I love that character, both in the book and in the movie. And I feel like he's just like this eccentric guy that just like has this goal, and I really relate with that, you know. And so he's one of my favorite characters, and there's just not a lot of John Hammond stuff out there. I've said it several times on the podcast, so I'm really hoping that my wait list converts for this.
Not even gonna lie, I think you're the only person I know that's interested in a John Hammond figure.
Yeah.
Dude, I need one. It needs to be double ball joints everywhere.
I think you're like the only person I know that's interested in Jurassic Park figures in general.
No, there's a huge community.
Well, I'm sure, but I'm saying personally, like everyone else I know is like Star Wars or Marvel, not Jurassic Park. So it's
I
definitely.
got Star Wars, Marvel, and Jurassic Park. That's how cool I am.
Yeah.
And Baymax.
Oh,
I'm so jealous of you for those Baymax figures. Dude, that's literally my favorite Disney movie.
Dude, just go to Disney.
yeah. Just go to the website. They have
Well, yeah, no, it's just I
They're really
I have to
expensive.
go.
They're
Yeah, I know.
amazing though.
Toys R
No,
Us.
get them online.
You can get them online.
The toy box.
I'm very impatient.
I'm the same way.
Oh man,
I
that's
prefer to get things in person, but they're like Toys R Us had like a really big giant one.
Uh-huh.
But they wanted like $60 for it. I was like, I don't know if I can dish that for Baymax, dude. Dude, like
Wait,
Toys.
what?
Yeah, dude.
Toys R Us had the Baymax, the electronic one?
Yeah.
Oh, I have that one too. Yeah, it's my daughter's. It's amazing. We had a birthday party. This
Trade show sheets.
unrelated to yeah, that's really loud by the way. You keep scribbling and it's like
Well,
picking
look
up
at
the mic.
that.
Dude,
It
that's
looks
like
cool.
amazing.
Show it to the live stream. Show it to live stream.
It's clouds in the moon. It's kind of hard to tell.
Show it to live stream. Anyway, so Dean's drawing
Yeah, I
a
got you.
Spawn drawing like you did the Vader. That looks really cool.
This looks
You should
dope.
sign it. Do you sign it?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay, so we had a kid's birthday party at my house. Like kids in the street.
Ugh.
Man, 8 kids can tear up a house. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And
One
apparently,
thing.
yeah, you've seen it. My daughter's room is the shit. Everyone walked in there like, Baymax, you got stormtroopers, you got a horse. Like people are like freaking out.
Dude, I saw the
And-
horse. I was like, damn,
and-
that thing's quality.
Yeah, thank you. It's a 6-skill horse.
A true overall.
And
Kissing it or read
sandbox is the word that. If you got kids coming to a party, get a sandbox. I'm telling you right now. All
it.
right, can you guys focus on the podcast? Jesus.
That's what we're doing.
Hey, man,
I want to make sure he's able to read
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Because
Okay?
yeah.
Yeah, he drew away
Anyways,
some of the
if
words.
you're having a kids party, get a sandbox. We're gonna go on break. We'll come right back. We'll talk about some big movie news.
Movie news.
What new movie came out?
The James Gunn stuff.
Oh,
Oh, my bad, man. I thought you meant like movie as in like rate the flicks kind of stuff.
No, man. If you guys have a movie, I'll talk about it.
I haven't seen any new movies lately.
You gotta talk a little bit more about it. I wanted to nudge you, but I wasn't sure how to do it.
Just
It's a good show so far.
attack.
I mean, look at
Come
I
on.
can tap my arms around this so long.
Just throw like a. Too bad you get out your Cheetos. You could throw a Cheeto at me.
It's a good idea. Get into the back. All right. Wait, I don't have anything that grinds my gears this week.
Come on, man. Everything grinds people's gears. Y'all should have a when you do the grind my gears. Y'all should have the Peter Griffin on the soundtrack or the little sound
Yeah,
audio thing that
maybe.
Manny does.
That'd be pretty good, actually. Yep. No one's watching on live stream. Look out, guys. Quality stuff we got going on here. Are you guys ready?
Wait, can we talk about what? Are you not doing that clone anymore?
What clone?
You running a clone from Cody.
No, I don't talk about that. Boys charging too much.
Well, I just want to know what clone were you going for?
Voka
Which was that?
from Vader Lost Command, but it's a clone commando,
Oh, okay.
so I need like the commando armor.
Oh,
Like, it's, you know, the blue stripe Phase 1 clone trooper?
Mhm.
Imagine that paint style, which is like just the stripes and then the helmet T-visor stripe, but on a commando.
so the commander helmet and then like a backpack.
Yeah. And there's 3D print for the armor, but I gotta save those. I'm not able to buy too many things right now.
I know the struggle, yeah. I don't even have kids.
No, it's not the kid thing, it's just the Rex thing.
Oh.
How about I show off that? All right. And we are back from break. We wanted to thank our friends over at Watto's Scrapyard for sponsoring this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. They make 3D printed parts for hard-to-come-by Kenner and Hasbro vehicles. Some of their most popular are the Kenner Y-Wing. Wow, Y-Wing. Can't
Y-Wing.
talk. Y-Ring. And the Hasbro Big Millennium Falcon. Good stuff there. They also make beautiful aluminum backdrops for the Michaels, which is like a hobby store in the United States. They sell a baseball bat display case that's branded by them, and he makes a really nice aluminum backdrop that fits within that case. And you can spice up your vintage or 3 3/4 collection. It looks really sweet. And again, they're offering 25% off to any Collecting Week listener for their 3D printed replacement parts. You send them a message on Facebook, tell them that we sent you, and you can get yourself a discount. And I'm sure they'll be happy to make you Collecting Weekly keychains with your name on it. Dean, we also got some new swag coming. We ordered, you know what a pop socket is, Damien?
Yes.
Okay, we ordered pop sockets with our logo on them. They're coming in, and when they come in, we'll find out how we're going to distribute them. The other thing is, like, I use a case on my phone, and I find that the adhesive, even on like legitimate like pop socket branded pop sockets, only lasts like a week. So I just put like a tiny little drop of super glue on my case, and it holds it there like forever. And they're good stuff. So those are on the plane to the United States. I don't know where they're at. It takes forever to get things from overseas, but we are really excited to share them with our active listeners. We'll probably give them away through Ox. And Damon, if you want one, you're welcome.
For
to
sure.
have one.
I've never actually used a pop socket.
It is super convenient for selfies, and like the phones these days are too big, so they're super, super good for that. Do you guys have
Or
any?
like if you watch something.
Yeah, you pop it up on your phone.
The only time I ever watch anything is like when I'm about to go to sleep and I watch nothing but YouTube in my bed.
Or like make the live stream.
Did you
Oh, that
say-
too.
No, it's been. I gotta glue it back. It's got its last leg. But anyways, so no guesses for the Heath Robinson yet?
I can't.
I honestly
I'm
forgot
lost.
about that, man.
All right, so let's talk about it. So the Heath Robinson is a bit of a bodge job, but it works. So like this pop socket is a Heath Robinson. It's a little bit of a bob job, but it still pops the
I
socket.
don't know
So
what
it's
I think it does.
no, this is not Heath Robinson. But Ian has some things to mention to you during the question of the week segment.
Mentions to me.
Yeah, he was just saying like, "I'll tell Dean." I said,
Oh,
so we'll talk about it here in a little bit. But rate the flicks. Manny is not here, and so we don't have any official flicks to rate. But I think it's important to talk about some big movie news this week. James Gunn, the man, the myth, the legend, back from the dead.
Yeah, that was a big surprise.
Incredible. I was literally like shocked. I couldn't believe it.
The only good thing I have to say about this is at least we get to keep Drax. Because he was like, I'm out if you fire him.
Yeah.
And I was like, well,
You don't like James Gunn?
no.
Because of the tweets, or
Those
because
are really disturbing tweets.
really?
Like how many of them there were and what they all had to do with is a little
I agree with you.
odd.
It was a bit excessive.
I'm not saying that.
I'm not saying I've never made a bad joke, but that was like a lot of bad.
Yeah.
For someone who's a lot older than I am.
That all had to do with the
But
exact
what
same
a
punchline.
fucking legend though. To
It's
say
pretty
those
epic.
things, get fired by Disney, get hired by DC, then get hired back by Disney. This dude's a fucking god. That is
It's
incredible.
pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, there is such a thing as, they're just jokes, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Doesn't mean I have to be like totally fucking okay with it, but I'm not gonna I wasn't calling for the dude's job, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh, that's gross, whatever.
Yeah.
But I got hired again. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I just want Guardians 3, you know what I mean? Like with the cast, and when Batista said he wasn't gonna do it if they fired him, I was like, shit.
Yeah, he's
We're not
kind
gonna
of.
have Drax. Now, granted, the Guardians of the Galaxy's cast has always been different people. Like Yondu was the original, Star Lord, if you will,
Uh-huh.
the leader. And when they made the movies, they kind of just picked and chose different characters from different eras, I guess.
Uh-huh.
So I wasn't too worried about it because I'm like, okay, they could just pick a different person from a different time that Guardians is around, and it's coming into the next phase of the Marvel movies anyway. So who knows how many movies he's contracted for?
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that sucks, but okay, they're probably gonna change him out anyway sooner than later.
Yeah.
But I mean, at least this way we get to keep Drax. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. It's just
Kind of mixed feelings.
Yeah.
So the in-game trailer, staying on the topic of the MCU, came out.
Ooh.
Man, that was a good trailer.
I was kind of hoping they would hold off on the Tony Stark back on Earth.
Yeah, that kind of.
Not that they're
I told
gonna
Manny
kill
that,
him in
and
space.
Manny's like, "Oh, you thought he was gonna die? Just
No.
let people enjoy things." Oh, Manny, that image,
Well,
I raged whenever. you
it
posted
gave a
stupid-
dramatic effect, knowing that there's a possibility that he wouldn't make it back.
Right.
And then they showed what's her name back on Earth. It's like, well, there went that dramatic effect. I was kind of really worried about them when I would watch the movie. And
Yeah.
now I'm just like, oh, okay, well, everything's gonna be okay.
Right.
It kind of felt like a spoiler. Hard.
Well, who knows? Maybe he does die,
And she just makes it back.
and then they fucking
like make him come back. or
use the
something.
time machine or whatever.
Someone said, I don't know where this is. They said that Disney said that everything that they're going to show in the trailers is just within the first half hour. Don't quote me on that, but that's what someone said. Like Disney's not really.
No,
Spoiling.
there's no way. Because if you watch the trailer, as the trailer goes, Black Widow's hair is like it is in Infinity War,
Uh-huh.
and as the trailer goes, her hair gets longer and redder,
Yeah.
and it's like her hair's been growing out. So there's definitely a timeline there where that's like, oh, this takes place months later.
Mm-hmm.
Like when she first runs into what's his face, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
She's still blonde, but then when they're in those jumpsuits, she's got her red hair again.
Yeah.
And it's longer. So
Maybe
I don't
she's
know.
got extensions. I mean, how long does it take to get extensions? Like an hour, maybe.
No,
Dye
but
job.
I guess.
I mean, I guess when the shit's in the fan, you're not really that concerned about the
What your
length
hair
and
looks
color
like.
of the hair.
She's
So,
fucking good.
I don't know if you guys heard, but did y'all hear the CEO of DC step down?
Really?
Did he?
Yeah.
Why?
For DC, like the comics, or DC
The movies.
just period?
I believe it's for period.
Oh wow.
and everyone was really excited about it because he's been doing a really shitty job at picking movies.
Wow, that's
Or
I did not know that. When this is like recent?
Yeah, there's an article out. I believe it was Saturday,
Oh my god.
Saturday or Sunday.
That's
They released
crazy.
an article on it.
Man, I did not know that. Damn, that's huge. Disney and Fox merger is going to be complete. I think it's tonight.
I thought it was
Yeah.
yesterday.
Midnight.
No, I think it's midnight tonight, which is pretty cool actually. A lot of people are saying like, oh, like the X-Men are going to be officially in the MCU, and a lot of
Which
people.
is
Yeah, but I heard.
plausible, but not anytime soon.
Yeah, it's like tomorrow.
But I
Yeah, 'cause
heard
it's-
that Disney was scrapping all the old X-Men stuff.
Maybe. But I mean, you still have Dark Phoenix coming out. Weren't they doing a horror mutant movie?
I don't know. That sounds.
And then-
it
That
sounds like.
sounds familiar.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, they were doing like a new mutant kind of storyline, and it was supposed to be like a horror
Uh huh.
kind of take on the X-Men, or not the X-Men, but the
I've
movie.
heard.
That sounds
Yeah, that sounds
familiar
really
as hell,
familiar.
man.
But a lot of people are saying.
That had a trailer and everything.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Google that. Maybe we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I don't.
Or yeah, Google it and we'll see if we can find it. One thing that a lot of people are saying is Fox owns the rights to the original trilogy.
Oh, that's
They
right.
want them to release it in 4K, Blu-ray,
Oh,
etc.
that'd be dope.
I don't see them.
Some
not
people
doing
have
it.
said that George Lucas, as a part of the Disney deal, that there's like this is just a rumor that I heard on Facebook, which take that as you will. That part of the condition was that if Disney ever got the rights, that they couldn't release the unaltered to respect his vision of the truth.
The New Mutants.
Oh wow, that's a
Yeah,
thing?
it did have a trailer.
Well, I would imagine if it has a trailer, it's gonna come out. I mean,
Right.
I don't think you just like cut a movie.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they have movies in the works, so if they're going to include the X-Men, it's not going to be for a while.
Yeah,
Probably like a year or two out.
yeah, to deal with what they already have. In the
Yeah.
pipeline.
Yeah, because
I
it'd
don't
be
know.
weird to have like, oh, here's Wolverine and all the gang fighting Thanos. And it's like, okay, but Dark Phoenix hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah, I hope that they don't because, like, I feel like if they recast Wolverine, it's too soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like
There was
Wolverine.
No. There was an actor. I know who Wolverine is.
yeah.
There was who was it? There was an actor that was actually down to play the new Wolverine.
Dude, my pick is
Andy Serkis is my pick.
what? Andy
Andy
Serkis.
Serkis.
Yes.
That's
Have you seen Andy Serkis like all beat up and jacked?
strange.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
No, there was actually someone who was talking about being the new Wolverine.
I think
And
it's
Like
I
that
think
they
it's
want
this
to
guy.
be the new Wolverine.
yeah, I believe that's what it was. I don't remember his fucking name though. And he's a big actor.
Tell me this does not look like Logan.
Yeah, in like his fucking 70s. Like
At this point, he's like 300 years old, man.
This is my pick. I think it's Scott Eastwood.
Oh yeah. Let me see. You've told me that before.
That's him like made up in the suit.
oh, that would be dope.
Dude, he looks good.
I don't really have a pick for
Because
him.
he's not so young that it's like, oh, a young Wolverine, and he's not too old that he can't carry a
Yeah, and
franchise.
Andy Serkis doesn't really have the voice for a Wolverine either.
Are you fucking kidding? He voices Gollum.
Dude, he's Claw. He can't be Wolverine anyway.
Yeah, like
Oh, that's true. That's actually really true.
you just destroyed
I've only
it,
seen
though.
Black Panther like once. So.
He's in Age of Ultron.
Is he really?
Yeah, Ultron cuts off his arm.
Shows how much
Spoiler
I paid
alert.
attention.
Yeah,
to
that shows how much you paid attention,
yeah.
buddy.
I
Yeah,
never
remember-
have claimed to be the biggest.
Remember, she's
fan.
like, oh, your deepest, darkest fear. He's like, cuttlefish. Remember?
No, that's
Oh
not.
my
If it makes you feel better, I'm not either. I'm more of a DC guy, but DC's been letting me down hard.
Well, you got a new
Dude,
CEO to
Aquaman
fill.
was great.
I haven't seen it yet.
Dude.
Don't
You claim to be a fan.
attack me, dude. I haven't caught up.
Okay, I will say this. I'm not a huge DC fan. I just don't like anything DC. I think Aquaman is the second best DC movie that's come out.
I
What is
mean,
the first?
Watchmen.
Fuck yes, dude. We watched that movie together. That movie was dope.
DCEU, because people are always gonna say, "Oh, the Dark Knight trilogy." It's like,
Nah, man.
I actually really don't like the Dark Knight trilogy.
Same. I hate the way he uses his voice, and I hate how it's always his tongue is always in the shot. Like I can't stand it.
Where are they?
Yeah.
Where have you done with him?
You are now listening to the
Nah, man. Watchmen is by far my favorite.
Yeah.
DC
So
You excited for the show?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Jesse's probably really excited right now.
Yeah. So apparently it's a continuation of the movie.
Okay,
Like it takes place like years later.
that's exciting.
Not bad. Dean, you have Gundam fever. Tell us about it.
Fuck, dude. I do. I've been wanting to build a Gundam for the longest time, and I'm looking at different kits and like how much do I really want to spend on a kit? Because I only really like master grades.
That's the only way to go, man.
They're bigger, but not too big. The real grades are actually really cool now, but they're just so small.
Yeah.
And then they have the mega scale, which are
Fucking huge.
cool. That's what I really want to do is a mega scale RX-78.
Dude, fuck yes. RX-78 is a shit.
Yes, and I feel like at that scale, you and I could do some really cool paintwork to it.
Yeah.
But then I got on Netflix the other day and I was just looking at what was on there, and they put Gundam Unicorn.
Oh.
Holy shit, it's amazing. And now I want a Unicorn Gundam because it's
Dude, the
such...
unicorn. I'm in a Gundam Facebook group, and there's a bunch of people that post the unicorns, dude.
Dude.
Oh my god,
And
man,
the
unicorns
kits
are
for it
sick.
are insane. So I'm thinking maybe, because they do have a mega scale unicorn, so I'm thinking of either doing that or even a perfect grade.
Yeah.
But perfect grades are such pains in the ass.
Well, I mean, I think Gundams in general are a pain in the
That's
ass,
true.
man.
But I don't have a proper desk, so like in fact on the way over here I was like, oh, I'm just gonna pop in a gravity damage and buy a kit, and then I was like, I don't have anywhere to build it.
Do you want a desk? Like, do you need a desk?
Yeah.
I might be getting rid of a desk if you
Oh, okay.
want one.
Oh, I was just gonna go to IKEA and buy one, but I want a proper desk.
Oh, I don't have one.
But I need something that tied me over.
Yeah. We'll talk
So
if I get rid of a desk. But no,
and so Gundam Fever, man. And there was a kid I really wanted to get, and I messaged Kim. I was like, "Hey, can I get this?" He's like, "Sorry, gone." Like shit.
As you lose. Manny's on chat and he texted me. He's like, "Dude, Zach, you need a haircut." I'm letting my locks grow, man. One day I'm gonna wish I had hair.
Yeah, we're gonna get ready for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, we're getting ready for Game of Thrones.
That's actually why I started growing my hair out.
Really?
I was like, everyone looks so good on that show. They all have super long hair. Like, and literally everybody has long hair.
I love that that's your reason,
That
man.
is very true. So let's talk about some custom stuff. We'll talk about Custom Corner. You have here, and obviously we're going to talk about the figures, but if you're on stream, you'll get the full experience if you want to check out our live stream. Damien, you brought two cool figures today, and one we've talked about a little bit, but I want you to talk a little bit more now you've had it in your house for a bit. And one we've talked about on the show, but it's here in person, and it's fucking beautiful. So tell us what you got.
All right, so I brought my Rebels Vader
Mhm.
and my Darth Nihilus. And my Rebels Vader, man, since I've had that guy at home, is fantastic.
Yes.
He's a freaking brute. He's tall as crap. My God. And every time I get the chance, I show somebody, and they're like, holy shit. That shit
I
looks
have gloves for you in my office for this figure.
right,
So don't
right on.
let me forget. You're walking out of here with like a ton of stuff.
no
We're
shit.
showering you with
It's like,
gifts.
damn.
It's that's how we treat our guests. It's Southern
I'll
hospitality.
give you like $5.
You give me $5. Hashtag fund the rats. Anyways, Damien, go ahead.
So the Vader, obviously, it's phenomenal, man. Like, I think the mask definitely helps set it apart.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
The mask is just
And the
Can I have it
length,
over here. I haven't
the
really
length
checked that.
of the shoulder armor really adds to that tallness of the figure, I think.
oh yeah, man. Everything about this Vader is just it blows my mind every time I look at it. It's just like
And which
fuck, dude.
cloak is this?
The Rogue One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that
dude.
looks really good.
Yeah, it's
That's taller
fucking-
than my Vader.
By just a hair.
Yeah, dude, this thing is fucking tall. Like
Yes.
it's insane.
It is beautiful, and I'm glad that you like it. I'm glad I went to a good home. You know, Damien, you told me you're so bummed that we didn't have the parts. I'm like, dude, I have all these parts, like almost everything you need, and you just had to buy a few parts to complete it. But I'm happy to do
Is
it.
the
for
helmet
one of-
on there pretty good?
Not the best.
Pretty good, decent-ish.
Probably better than what it was when.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just had a freaking craft foam in there because I didn't have any blue tack.
Anyway,
So
so
you should hook them up with that 2-part mold.
I don't have any. I need to get some.
Well, I just meant like the
Yeah.
links.
Yeah, there's a 2-part putty.
Dude,
It's
it's
part
so-
A, part B. It's for making press molds, like
Okay.
if you wanted to cast this in resin, but it does not work well for that. It works okay. It's not amazing, but I use it all the time for silicone joints. On our YouTube channel, we have a video on how to do it for.
Yeah, I've
it's a
seen
better idea. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I have one of my Vader helmets has that in it.
It feels frankly better than the factory, I think.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your quarter scale here. It's beautiful. So tell us the recipe first, and the story behind the head. I know you've told it once, but now that we're in person, I think it'd be
Yeah,
a
for
cool
sure.
story to tell.
So the recipe for this guy is I used a quarter scale Diamond Select Darth Maul,
Wait, what character is this? Because we haven't mentioned it yet.
Darth Nihilus.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, I thought I said.
I
it.
wanted to, maybe we did, but I know some people are like, "Oh, what are you guys talking about?" It's like 4 minutes.
Oh,
and you
okay,
finally
okay,
say it.
touche.
Just to remind people.
Okay, well, Darth Nihilus. The recipe for him is a quarter scale Diamond Select Darth Maul. A lot of the cloth on him is from that Darth Maul. The gloves, the boots, everything you see. Basically, the only thing that's not from Darth Maul is the extra fabric that I added. That's from just a plain black T-shirt that I cut up. The mask I scored from MIC Sculptures. When I was in the process, or kind of, it was just an idea to come up with a custom for it of Nihilus. And so the only person I knew that kind of did masks, besides Calvin from Frost, was the guy from NYC. And I hit him up, and he only had the original mask that he used. Told him, hey man, this is what I'm working on. Is it chill if I score that off you? He's like, yeah man, just here's I'm gonna send it to you. Just send me some pictures of your custom when you're done. It's like, right on. So
you paid for it, or he just gave it to you?
no, I paid for it. I paid I paid $50 for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was gonna charge me I believe it was 60 or 70 for it painted.
Yeah.
But the only reason I did get it painted because it's only literally like 2 different colors. It's
Just white and red.
yeah, it's
Or I
like
guess
red
like black.
stripes, and then it has the kind of grayish chrome kind of down the center of his mask. So I was like, yeah, dude, I'm just gonna paint that myself. It's literally a piece of cake, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's freaking phenomenal. I also gave him a cape. The cape is made out of cosplay fabric that you can buy from Joann's.
This looks awesome.
Yeah, man, the cape looked great, and I honestly kind of did I'm not gonna lie, I did a half-assed measurement of the cape and kind of sewed it onto his back. And I was expecting that full-on kind of Superman, Batman kind of cape flow.
Yeah.
But how it turned out, I mean, I feel like it actually looks a lot better than what I was trying to go for. It is pretty lengthy, but if you ever see a Nihilus picture, his cape is kind of wrapped around his body like a bat with wings.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out. But yeah, man, no, it came out phenomenal. There are some things that I still like to go back and re-edit for sure, like change up his gloves and whatnot. But other than that,
That's the thing about customs, though. Like, I feel like they're never done. I always tinker with my things.
Same, man. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, I have plans for them. It's just like, will I ever get to it? It's the thing. It's like, yeah,
etc. You saw my Thrawn for the first time in person, which I know you're a big Thrawn fan. What do you think?
dude, that head sculpt.
Val Kilmer, man.
That
That's
Val
the fucking
Kilmer
right
head
time.
sculpt.
Eric is right. Eric was right before anyone was right.
That
He's
Val,
a genius.
that head sculpt, dude. Like, at first, when in pictures, when you showed it to me, I was like,
Slowly grew on you, though.
yeah, that head sculpt was like, at first it was like, fuck, dude, I like the Randy Orton head sculpt so much more. It was a lot more intense, it gave off the military vibe because of the haircut and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then, it was, like you said, it was slowly starting to grow on me.
Yeah.
And then seeing it in person, man, that's a whole new perspective on it, man. That thing looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
I adore it. It is
I hope one day my Thrawn will look that good.
I still have the Randy Orton head sculpt. if you want to buy it off me. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. And Sean from Watto Scrapyard made me the. I actually have several spares, so I'll give you some.
Oh, right on.
The shoulder rank insignia. And then I can also give you some of the little triangles and squares. I actually have those in the office too. So don't forget, I got to give you more stuff. You come on the show, you get stuff. Like, that's how we do it here on Collecting Weekly.
That's right, Ian.
Yeah, Ian.
Book your flight now.
Yeah, just leave the tasty tacos at the door and have some real.
Not so tasty tacos.
Yeah.
And go get some real tacos.
Yes. Book a trip to the ER when you get back, though, because your shit's going to be clogged. Yeah, so that's Custom Corner. We got, man, these two together just look great. Like, I really admire, like, I mean, I had told you this when we were first met, but your Nihilus just looks insane. Like, I can't stop looking at it. Like, we need to take some video of this figure. It's just really good. Like, I didn't even know they made a quarter scale Diamond Select mold.
Me either.
I've never heard of it.
Me
other
either.
than you mentioning that you
So, like,
had one.
the reason I ran into it because my girlfriend likes to go all out on our anniversary gifts.
Uh-huh.
So
Shout out.
exactly. So I was actually starting to get into figures. This was actually going to be my first. It was actually my first figure was the Diamond Select quarter scale Darth Maul.
Nice.
And since I love Darth Maul, he's my favorite Star Wars character.
Really?
And yes, and so if you look on the back of my car, I actually have a Darth Maul sticker there.
Oh, nice.
But she was so. Since I was a big fan, she's like, you know what? I'm gonna score you a figure. Just go out, find the one that you want, and I'll score it for you. He's like, right on. So I was actually looking at multiple ones, and I was gonna get the Sideshow one, but I was like, I don't know. It's not big enough for me, And so,
That's what you said.
bam.
Cosmania.
I did it for Manny.
So I was looking for a bigger one, and next thing you know, I saw Diamond Select, and actually I ran into the Han Solo Diamond Select first, and then on eBay how it shows the similar.
Yeah.
That's when I ran into the Darth Maul. I was like, "Fuck yes, dude!" And I scored that dude. Like, I think I got that one for $150. And then when I was looking to do the Nihilus, I was doing big as well, a quarter scale, since the mask was a quarter scale.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of what I could use, and fucking Darth Maul had all the
Yeah, it's
black,
almost-
pretty much similar, dude. And
The people that I know that make the 6 scale custom, they buy a mold and they start there.
yeah, exactly. And so, I actually the Maul I used for this one, I only paid like $60 for.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Dude, I gotta give you the golf clap. It's good work, man. Good stuff.
thank you.
It's not often that I feel up here. as far
Yeah,
as-
the only thing I would change is some like what do you call it? Just like
Stitching?
not stitching, but just like going there and making it all fucking jagged on the side.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like kind of like the spawn.
No, I know what
shit.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
Make it look kind of
'Cause
like
I had
it would
a-
match that.
yeah. I had a. Have you ever seen Berserk?
Mm-hmm.
Guts. I had a Guts figure that I bought like secondhand, and he didn't have his cape, and so I just cut off an old T-shirt, and I fucking went to town on that shit. It looked really cool.
Do you still have it?
Yeah,
You have to send me a picture of that cape. So I
yeah,
can see it.
it came out pretty cool. Guts's cape is, because he's a sword fighter.
Yeah.
So you don't want you to be tripping all over yourself, something like this. So his cape ends kind of right in the middle of his calf, but obviously it looks really cool when it drapes. So mine's a little longer, but yeah, I'll have to find it and get it out of storage. Because then I ended up getting the Figma Guts, who's a little smaller, but then that cape is trash. It's literally it feels like thick.
That really thick, like poly fabric.
Yeah, like dryer sheet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, the Disney Vader, the premium figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has that same trash cape.
Yeah, and so I went on eBay and there's people that sell custom capes for Guts. So I bought it was like a $20 cape. I was like, fuck yeah. So now I have the perfect Guts figure.
That's pretty cheap.
But their cape is beautiful. It's got a wire in the neck,
Damn.
and then it's got all that,
You're gonna have to.
frame.
Do you know if they still sell capes?
Yeah, their eBay store is crazy.
I'm gonna have to get on there and order a Talon one, man, because the ones I've seen for Talon are trash.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's your Dark Talon?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's my head sculpt.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier. I was like, oh, this
Yeah.
is cool.
Yeah, I finally got my airbrush, so there's a few people that I owe some painting for for. So I will be working on that as I can. Question of the week from last week: your most anticipated Figure R line that you have. Ian says, I don't really have a line that I'm looking forward to specifically, but I'm looking forward to the episode 3 Obi-Wan and episode 1 Maul from Hot Toys.
Ooh.
He says, you're also right. Jellied eels are rank. They're fucking horrible. There's a special place in hell for the smeghead who invented them. Tacos, on the other hand, are beautiful. Ian, you haven't had real tacos, bro. You can't say this. But yes, tacos are beautiful. Come down to Texas. Come. I'll even let your family stay in my office.
Your office?
Yeah. And he says, tell Detective Dean the feeling is mutual.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying he's awesome.
Yeah. PJ says the figures that he is most excited for is the Justice League regular Batman and ESB Han, and I say this in quotes, fucking Solo. Really excited stuff. I know that's been teased for a while. The question of
Has there been any announcements at all?
he's been in one pre-order picture for the Bespin Land.
Yeah.
He's holding your hand. Nothing thus far though. It's been kind of a slow bit for Hot Toys. I think they're on Chinese New Year celebration, that stuff. So that's what they've been up to. Question of the week for this week is the most sentimental figure that you have in your collection and why. Manny and I were talking about this earlier today in our group chat, but for me, it's probably my Funko Pop Darth Vader. It's the unmasked version, which I think you guys all know, if you listen to this podcast, how much I love unmasked Vader. And my wife used to go to school in one city in San Marcos, then commute down to San Antonio. And one time that she was commuting back, I was looking for the Captain Phasma Black Series. This was like before the TFA had came out. And she was hitting up like all these different Walmarts on the way back down. And she hit up a Target in San Marcos, and she's like, oh, I didn't find the Phasma, but I found something really cool that you're going to like. And it was that. I would sooner get rid of probably both of my 6-scale Darth Vaders than that pop. It is my favorite thing in my collection. And then also, of course, like my Jedha Patrol Trooper. I've talked about it a few times, but I won it from a Tashi Station Facebook giveaway on like literally the day my daughter was born, like 6 hours later. And so that was really cool. It was like the same day. And
Yeah, the
it was
convenience.
it was a really crazy day for me. Really, really crazy day. So those are the two most sentimental pieces in my collection. Dean, what do you got for your collection?
Oh, man. It'd have to be my... we talked about it the other day with my Commander Fordo.
Yeah.
That was my first real custom.
And you had done a lot of legwork on it before I even touched it.
Yeah, and that was actually... We were like friends, but we weren't like...
Which y'all are now.
Yeah.
Lovers.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was like it was like a bonding experience.
Yeah.
Like really like hanging out till the wee morning.
Yeah.
Morning,
The
but
wee morning.
not wee morning, but like really late at night because he's an old man, so he's a dad, so he goes to bed at like
That's what I've been
9
hearing.
o'clock. So when we're staying up past midnight working on this thing, like just chatting and talking, like it's really cool.
Yeah. That's funny. I was thinking of one of the first times that we hung out today, actually, when I was thinking of the question of the week. Remember, I think Victoria was closing, so it was just me, Vivi, which is my daughter, and Dean, and we obviously couldn't record because, like, she was, like, 8 months, 12 months, like, she was just starting to crawl and walk, and you and I were watching Lost World Jurassic Park. Remember that? We were just, like, talking about the movie, and we're just, like, you're like, man, it'd be really cool if Vince Vaughn was in this movie. And I'm like, this movie.
Yeah, I remember
I'm like,
that.
what the fuck are you talking
And
about?
I was like, wait, what?
And then we had to rewind it, and you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It's
You're like,
weird.
what this movie really means? Like a Vince Vaughn type character. I'm like, Vince Vaughn is a character in this fucking movie.
It was weird seeing him that young.
Yeah. That happens to me a lot, though. I'll go back and watch a movie like, holy shit, this guy's in it?
Yeah.
Like, the other day I watched Bubble Boy, and I was like, Jake Gyllenhaal is Bubble Boy?
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Or the guy, do you watch Game of Thrones?
Of course.
We should talk about Game of Thrones after this.
What's his name?
Which one?
Oh, that guy?
The
There's a
one
lot
that,
of guys.
the one that,
Hodor.
no, the one that
Stabs?
Arya kills, cuts him in the throat.
That's like 7 people.
little finger.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert.
He's in,
If you haven't seen that yet, then
yeah, the next season's coming
yeah.
out. He's the guy at the beginning of Dark Knight
Yes, little.
Rises,
Yes.
in the plane that Bane is like he takes.
Oh
the
yeah, he
mask
throws
off.
them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, holy shit, Littlefinger's in this, and then
He's also in Bohemian Rhapsody.
and then Krennic is in it in the Dark Knight Rises. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he's the accountant guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like there's these people I know,
Doggett Industries or whatever.
but I have completely unaware of who they were when.
It's funny. I had the exact same reaction to those two characters in that movie when I was rewatching the trilogy. Like, God damn, we got some stars in this movie.
Yeah. That happens to me all the time. I'm like, wait, that person's in this movie?
Yeah. Damien, what do you got for us?
as far as what?
The most sentimental figure.
Oh, man, we were on a totally different other subject. I kind of thought you were asking me
Yeah,
for like
sorry,
a movie or
we-
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll find out like if you come record with us more often. It's like you
Tangents.
yeah, we go on tangents.
Oh, no, that
that's
was
what
a great
makes that's
conversation.
what makes our show
Less kind of
Or
organized.
the most boring.
Shout out hashtag boring weekly, hashtag fun racks. Damien, what do you got? The most sentimental figure?
See, that's a hard question because it would be my Nihilus, obviously.
Yeah.
Vader now,
Ooh.
and my Maul. Simply because, you know, it's an anniversary gift, and so he's got a
Yeah.
lot of sentimental value and whatnot. Plus, he's Darth Maul, and I love Darth Maul.
Always good.
So it's definitely a hard kind of question to answer.
Yeah.
But if I'd have to scale them on like a one or like
There's
a,
no need. I mean,
or
I
I'm
think-
sorry, rank them.
Yeah.
It would.
I don't think you have to. I mean, you want to, but I mean, it's.
Honestly, I was just gonna do that to kind of help the.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see what you got.
Obviously, it'd have to be Maul.
It's number one.
Yes, and then
You won't offend me if you say Vader's number 3. I built the Vader, which is why.
I think I'm gonna have to say Vader's too,
Ooh.
because Nihilus, like I said, there are things that I'd like to redo on him to kind of make
Yeah.
him a number 2.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like that redheaded stepchild right now.
Ooh.
Like I love him,
Shout out
but
to redheads everywhere, though. You're
those
beautiful.
soulless people.
That's true.
So the reason why I said the Funko Pop Vader is because, like, I mean, I could always remake my custom Vader stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, when I repainted Dean's helmet and I redid the one for the channel, it's not like an impossible paint job by any means. And I feel like each one I got better at doing it. So I definitely like the Vader's more as a figure, but sentimental wise, I think I like the Funko Pop. It's irreplaceable, and the Jedi Patrol Trooper. So if you want to chime in for your question of the week, email me Zach, Z-A-C-K, @collectingweekly.com. Like I said, we've only had like a few people chime in here and there, so maybe at some point it'll become a stale segment. But if you want to have your email read on the podcast, definitely let us know. It's shout out time. Shout out to PJ. He's got a brand new Joker head sculpt from C-Reg 5.0. Really incredible stuff. It's literally mind blowing how good that Joker sculpt looks. Dean, I know you saw it and you thought it was really cool as well. It has like a certain
Oh, that's the Dark Knight.
yeah.
That thing looks dope.
It has a certain like smugness, and it's kind of hard to describe. But like when you look at it, it's insane.
On a lot of sculpts, when I look at the figure, I just see like the Joker. But that one, I can really see Heath Ledger.
Yeah, and that was
I was like, holy shit, this thing is amazing.
yeah, and the guy that worked on that sculpt, I think it's a C-Reg 5.0 custom, and the guy that did the painting and I think the hair on it, he's on Instagram. His Instagram is Toupee Dupree, TOUPEDUPREE. Really, really great work. It's like shrink rate, like it's the highest that I can give
Yeah.
to this guy.
That
But
was insane.
go and check out his work. He does commissions and really, really cool guy. I also want to give a shout out to Ian. Ian is a wonderful human being. We love Ian. We're going to send you some cool Texas stuff. Sean from Watto Scrapyard for sponsoring us for the last 2 episodes.
Dude, yes, this is amazing.
Yes, Sean, you're a wonderful person.
Yeah.
6 Scale Scavengers, Brian and Chris, they have a wonderful show. I know a lot of our listeners listen to both podcasts, and I think it's wonderful. They're doing their own bracket challenge, and they're using the actual like NCAA teams. And what they're doing is like you make a bracket, and then like whoever has the most right answers, I guess, wins a prize that they're sponsoring. So it's really cool. Like I said, I know we have a lot of people listen to both of our podcast. So join their Facebook group and join in on their thing, their bracket challenge. Damien, of course, to you for coming this long distance, for being here tonight. We appreciate it. I hope that we didn't scare you off from coming back, but we appreciate you being here. Also, shout out to the IRS because I filled my taxes out like 7 days ago and I got my refund in today.
Wow.
I don't know how.
That
I was
was
like, God
fast.
damn.
It took me like 3 weeks to get them. I was like, what the hell?
I don't know how. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I wouldn't
So,
even question. Just go with the flow.
Hashtag fund the Rex update. Dean obviously bought my Stormtrooper, and you bought it from me for $165, which is what I paid for it.
Whoa. It's 160.
Oh, we're gonna have to cancel it. I don't remember what it was, but 160, 165.
Yeah.
Let's just say 170. Let's just call it 170.
Well, no, let's go 150.
Just an odd number.
That's what we're doing.
$500 friends and family. Dude, that pose is sick.
I know, dude.
He's got this trooper in hand. Seth was also a huge pal. Bought the Darth Vader 1-to-1 helmet. We were gonna waffle off. He emailed me and said, or called me, texted me, said he'd just want to buy it because we were having trouble filling it.
Yeah.
So-
Seth, if you're listening to this, I remember what you said. Whenever you spend money, you got to put that money in the bank. Let me help you out and buy the Ultron, man.
You gonna buy his Ultron Mark One?
If you're spending $350 on a helmet, that means you're putting $700. You know, $350
Oh,
in the
yeah,
helmet and
yeah.
$350 in the bank.
Yeah.
Let me help you out a little bit.
Ooh,
Maybe make that a little
an
easier
offer
for you.
has been made.
Yeah, dude, I'll help you out. I need that Mark One.
Yeah, and Seth was a huge bro, and we worked out some arrangements to make this deal possible, and I really appreciate that. I hate having to back out of a deal, but I told Seth like, hey, like as part of the condition of getting the Rex, you know, Victoria was saying like I have to really pick and choose, and so I talked to Seth, and he's like, yeah, no, like the Rex is way cooler, and I want to keep the Joker anyways, so we hashed that out between friends, and I was like, I would ask Victoria if she'll paint the head sculpt for you. And so she's painting the Shaw head as a sort of an olive branch, if you will. So Seth, you are a wonderful human being. And hit Dean up if you want to get some of your investment back.
Yes, please.
Because you really want to complete, I guess, a shelf of this, right?
Well, I've always wanted the Ultron Mark
But
One.
now you really want it because you have the figures.
Yeah, I have the Mark.
Are you going to get the actual Ultron?
No,
Just
I
the Mark
just
one?
love that look of
Like
the
the battle
Mark
damage.
One. Yeah,
Yeah.
because the Ultron Prime doesn't look like Ultron from the comics. The Mark One does,
Yeah.
and he's just so like decrepit and ugly, and it's just such a cool
that
figure.
thing's not very
Nice.
attractive.
So the Fund the Rex update, with those transactions being done, I have a little bit over $250 left on the Rex. So pretty
That's not bad.
reasonable. I sold some things, and I might be selling more things. So if things are your thing, I'll be putting them up on Ox, and hopefully we can fund this Rex sooner than later. I'm so excited. Like I'm thinking of the episode title.
When's
for
it come
this.
out?
It's already in stock.
Oh, nice. It just
It's
got-
not an on sideshow yet, but it's in stock at Chronicle already. So I am super excited for that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week's episode of Collecting Weekly. I'm Zach.
I'm Dean.
I'm Damien.
We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, we'll have our Jesse and our Manny back.
Yeah, shout out Jessica, man. We missed you.
But if not, Gene and I will soldier on.
I know. I was excited to see Jesse's gains and freaking Manny's weak knees.
Yeah,
They're not that impressive.
there are some.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, they really are a sight to behold. You have to hold them. Otherwise, he falls over.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Oh, that was a good one. That was
That was fun. How long was that?
Hour 20?
That was pretty good.
I thought we were
Three of
gonna.
us.
I thought we were gonna do like 40 minutes. I was like, fuck, we're blowing through this show sheet. Need to go on some tangents.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I like how pearly white that thing is, man.
I know it's beautiful.
Wish my car looked like that.
God damn, that was a good episode. Let me see. Oh man, that shit was funny. Let me play this for you. My speakers sound like shit, but.
Wait, that person's in this movie?
Yeah. Damien, what do you got for us?
far as what?
The
most sentimental. Oh.
As far as what? Yo, I was kind of offended that you
Yeah, like,
even asked.
motherfucker.
Yeah, sorry to repeat something. What do you got for us? As far as what? The most sentimental.
Yeah, I guess I forget.
Shit,
Cause, like
go.
the guys know, like when we go on tangent to stay like where we're at. But that was hilarious, dude. I hope you don't mind if we keep that in.
Not
But
at all.
yeah. So this is a really good movie, and it has the Japanese and the English. So like whatever is your thing.
Well, I prefer not to read while I'm watching a movie, unless it's an anime.
Dude, this movie
Depends on the anime.
It's actually a reboot. So like all the Godzilla movies from Japan are like this is like the new thing. They're non-canonical. Is what I'm saying.
Why'd you say it like that?
That's how
You
the
looked
girl.
at me.
That's how the girl says it in Bob's Burgers. Tina. Non-canonical. Non-canonical.
Oh,
She teaches her dad all about this like My Little Pony stuff, and he goes to a convention, but she accidentally slipped in her fan fiction. And he
yeah, I've
reads it.
seen it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know what episode you're talking about. I was just wondering why you looked at me that way and then said it.
That's how I talk, man. Damien says I do everything fast, guys. I don't know why
It's like
he
you're on
said that.
speed, man.
Really?
Yeah, I need some of that.
I've never done speed. Or have I?
You wouldn't have to. You're already acting like it.
Man, this looks crisp. Let's do like a zoom in on your quarters. Oh, I can actually just.
You know,
If you're on live stream.
pick up the track.
Yes, I can. There's a quick release.
Can you remove the
The what?
Can you remove the head?
Oh my gosh, hang on, I'm
Or
trying
is
to.
it easy?
Wait.
No, don't do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I want to check it out. I'm just wondering if it's possible.
Trying to center this. That looks awesome.
Yeah, that black face, man.
Wait, so is that mole's head underneath?
Would you like me to remove the mask? It's pretty easy.
Dude, that looks fucking cool as shit.
Yeah, he's even got like his mouth is open. And
I
it's
know
got
that
a
looks.
teeth. You see it?
Zoom in. Here, can you put some light on that?
With
The flashlight. Flashlight.
Dean the hero.
Damn, that looks fucking dope. Got the T-Rex on the table. Look at this. Look at this quality. This is the quality you get for collecting weekly group buy. And if you're still listening on the stream, we are potentially doing another group buy. Do you want to talk about it, Dean? The one that Seth's doing?
I don't know enough about it. I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, yeah. Well, potentially stay tuned for a second group buy.
It's a very niche character.
I want one. I need one.
I definitely need one.
I don't even remember what we're
Am I
talking
com-
about.
I don't,
We'll talk about it
I
off
don't
stream.
think you know about it.
It's pretty cool. Do you want to say it quietly? If you're listening.
Do you want to write it down?
Yes, write it down. Actually, let me see that show sheet.
The spawn one?
Yeah. No, yours.
Oh,
That is his. I give it to him.
Oh,
yeah, that's sick.
look at that. We can all sign it for you. I'll sign it like I drew
I'll
it.
go frame it.
Ooh, very cool. Okay, as I fumble with this.
Oh, that'd be dope.
It's really cool because I have Daft Punk.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. Or the picture of it. Yeah, dude, that would be fucking sick.
Dude, I want one so bad. Like for this group buy, I'm gonna. I need to ask my friend I did, but he can flock like casts.
Oh,
I want to flock it in red.
That'd be tight.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do
Fucking
it,
cool.
and then maybe I can do like yours and Seth's. Because Seth wants his red too. So
Dude, there's so many cool options you could do,
right, I almost want to buy like 2 or 3 of them.
right?
Have like different.
A variety.
Depends. Oh, it's Halloween. I had like a fucking pumpkin one. And...
Oh, I got you a 6-scale scavengers in the office. The sticker.
Nice.
Was that Limp Biscuit?
No, that's DJ Ammunition.
Yeah, he was on our podcast.
Oh yeah, that was fucking a while back, man.
That was a fun episode.
That was a fun episode actually. Yeah, my shit's all dirty.
Shout out Annie. He put a sticker on his new laptop.
Really? There you go for coming all this far.
Sticker.
Don't forget the Vader hands and stuff.
Yeah, let's go to the office. Let's cut off the live stream. We'll go to the office. And then I gotta have y'all bounce. I gotta get to bed. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye. Just dagger on the dance floor.